Good day! In today's lesson, we will be dealing with direct and indirect discourse. So let's imagine that Michael is beside me and he says this: I write an interesting novel. So there are two ways of reporting what Michael said a while ago. So it can be done like in the first sentence or like in the second sentence. So let's find out which of them is a direct and indirect discourse. So what is a direct discourse? It is when the exact words are reported and is generally signaled by the use of quotation marks. So meaning we don't change the statement of the original speaker except that we added quotation marks, because this will indicate that this is the original statement of the speaker. So if we are going to report the original statement of Michael using the direct discourse, it will be like our first example. So Michael said, I write an interesting novel. So as you can see, we didn't change the original statement of the speaker. So the verb write from the original statement retains its tense in the direct discourse. So we also added quotation marks that will indicate that it is the original statement of the speaker. And add the reporting verbs such as said. So other examples of reporting verbs that we can use are uttered, whispered, claimed, narrated, and so on. And of course, after the reporting verb, you have to add comma to set off the statement of the speaker. We also have another example. I am stuck in the dark, Liming Hu stated. So here, the verb is still in the present tense form. So that's how you do that direct discourse. Now, since we're done with the direct discourse, how about that indirect discourse? So indirect discourse is when what has been said by someone is paraphrased, meaning there are changes made in the statement. So in the indirect speech, the quotation marks are removed, the verb tense is changed, and the word dot is added. So example, in our direct speech, Michael said, I write an interesting novel. So if you're going to change that using an indirect discourse, you have to change the tense of the verb. So from present tense, you have to change that into a past tense form. So the verb write became past tense wrote in the indirect speech. We also removed the quotation marks and added the word that. Another example. Limin Hu stated that he was stuck in the dark. So as you can remember in our previous example of direct discourse, we have I am stuck in the dark, Limin Hu stated. So when we change that in the indirect discourse, we made the verb stuck into a past tense form, which is stopped. So we remove quotation marks and we added the word that. So I have also here other tips that will help you on how to restate or change direct discourse into an indirect discourse. So the first one is use dot to introduce the statements. So example, in the direct discourse we have, it annoys me to have a single piece of jewelry, Matilde said. So how are you going to change that into an indirect discourse? So of course, follow the tip. So since it is a statement, we will add the word that. So it goes like this. Matilde said that it annoyed her not to have a single piece of jewelry. So notice as well that since it is an indirect discourse, we also have to change the present tense of the verb annoys into a past tense form, which is annoyed. And also, we remove the quotation marks. Tip number 2. So, use if for questions that require a simple yes or no answer. So, example, in our direct discourse, we have, will you lend me this necklace? Mathilde asked Madame Forestier. So since this is a question that requires a yes or no answer, we will use if instead of that in the indirect discourse. So example, Mathilde asked if Madame Forestier would lend her the necklace. Also have to remember as well that since it is an indirect discourse, quotation marks are removed and we change the verb will into a past tense form which is would. And also we have to change the pronoun as well. So from Matilda, we replace it with the pronoun her because this is the pronoun we should use when we are pertaining to a female. Next, tip number 3. So use whether for question with alternative answers or those questions that show options. Example, in our direct discourse we have, should I wear a pearl necklace or a diamond necklace? She asked. So here we have two options, to wear a pearl necklace or a diamond necklace. So here, when we change this into an indirect discourse, we have to use whether instead of if. So it will be like this. She asked whether she should wear a pearl necklace or a diamond necklace. So that's how to convert or change direct discourse to an indirect discourse. Next, tip number 4. Use to before the verb for requests and commands. So example, in our direct discourse, we have, buy me a gown, she commanded her husband. So since this is a command, we will use the word to before our verb, which is the word buy. So in our indirect discourse, it will be like this. She commanded her husband to buy her a gown. So that's the end of our discussion.